That's right. Daddy changed the world.
Wait, you know. He did what?
That changed the world.
Welcome to the After Hour. I am your host, Rob Blue. We are back, man. This is the Get Back episode 6, man. The results are in. We're gonna get right into it, man. A very important episode. Week 2 results are in. Everyone's working hard. Let's get right to it. You know what it is, man. Let's get it. It's been a tough time throughout our time of doing the Get Back. Dealing with coronavirus, dealing with the social distancing, the George Floyd, the protests and the rioting, Black Lives Matter, everything that's going on. So how have you been able to kind of deal with everything? What is kind of your thoughts and emotion behind everything going on?
It's different. It's different times. It's different times. The times that we've never seen before. But has crazy, has the times have been, has, monumental and, wow, we're in history. I had mentioned to someone the other day, we had, we had Martin Luther King Day off. We always heard about civil rights every year. It gets to that, yada, 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 civil rights, Rosa Parks, all that stuff. It's but you live it, you see it. It's this is what they was talking about, and it's still going on. Okay. Oh, we got to fight. We got to fight. We got to make sure we are in a good position to succeed as a race.
That was my first protest, actually. It was pretty, pretty overwhelmed to see the different sides. And oh man, it was just, I don't know, it was just historical for me. It was my first time going to something like that, And you have the ifs and the doubts about what's going to happen after, or somebody might, you're surrounded by so much police and guns, even though we're trying to promote something positive, we just want justice as us black young men, out here doing something positive. It was pretty different, but I'm also glad that I went out there and see how it was, instead of just posting positive things. I really want to go out there and get a part of the history, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. The way I've been dealing with it, you just try to keep yourself busy. I just recently went back to work, so that's been keeping me busy. And then when I come home, I come home to my son and, do the regular routine every day. But you try to educate, especially, you try to educate your kids, especially our young black sons. He's only 3, he's still learning. But, there are ways to educate them as they get older, as they're younger now to when they get older. So, you treat them about respect. You treat them about, handling things the right way, not getting too hostile or mad. And I also have a stepson, he's 7. And, the other day he was like, oh, we have to be careful when we go out walking, near the water on the boardwalk, because we don't want anything bad to happen to us. And, it really hit me hard because I'm like, even the kids notice it. Even the kids feel it. So you got to make sure that they feel okay, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally.
I want to say that it's definitely a topic that we definitely need to shine light on, that I feel like we don't shine light on. And it's one of those things where it has to be addressed, but at the same time, to be able to cope with it, I would say definitely staying active is always helping out with the situation, and also just being open and talking about it. I have clients that, we kind of hone in on it and talk about it when we're working out, and then afterward we're able to just get through the workout because we've done release all maybe the frustration or the confusion or things that we might be upset with about, or what we hold close, or personal experiences that we may have had with that. So being able to have that small community and then still be able to release that stress by working out, I also feel like that's dope. I think it's more of a slightly overwhelming experience, not only because it's all coming at one time, but because of quarantine. Everybody's forced to acknowledge it, and I feel like a lot of people say, why now? Why is this big change happening now? And it's because everybody's home. Everybody's watching what's going on. Everybody's now having the time to do what they needed to do.
I know it's definitely good to kind of like stay busy, but sometimes it's like you said, it's good to deal with it. You don't want that stuff to kind of bottle up so much because it can explode at any time. So how are you able to kind of deal with stress? And has this been some type of stress reliever, not during this time, but just in general as well?
My personal mechanism to get through a lot of the chaos that's going on in the world is just to really just continue being busy, like you said, keeping my mind occupied. I run a lot. I also train a lot of clients. As much as I'm motivating them, it motivated me to that I'm doing something positive and I'm making a positive impact on people's lives. So, what's going on is definitely not as effective as that much because, like I said, I'm keeping busy, but I'm also aware of what's going on, and it's really terrible. I hope the world gets, the justice and the hope that we're looking for in a better future.
To deal with it, dialogue, there's no right opinion, there's no wrong opinion, just, hearing everything people's outlook, just how expressing yourself, what you think, but also being respectful about people's stances, because, we are people, we are human beings, we all have different opinions, and that's okay, like, that's what we are on this earth for, have different opinions, so, just, talking it out, express myself, dialogue, being more active, I find myself outdoors more. Thankfully, during this time, the weather has been amazing. So, being able to be outside, enjoy nature, find your zen whatever your zen is, and yeah, the Get Back has helped because it's something to focus on. It's something that you can, like, all right, I have something to do besides what's going on in the real world. Like, this has been nice. It's like, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, sort of feeling about this. So this has definitely helped for sure.
With this time going on, I just try to stay busy and have a good time at the same time, family quality time. You don't want to be silent about what's going on either. It's okay to talk about it. Working out, that's my number one thing. But also, taking a walk, a simple walk outside, enjoying Mother Nature, hearing the rain, hearing, the wind or whatever, the trees and stuff. Like, that's good therapy for me. Also, music is good therapy as well. So, I mean, with stress in general, I'm either working out, listening to music, or just, being around my family, my son. Like, that's therapy for me.
That I literally have to take a step back. So, and I mean, I disconnect myself. I disconnect myself from everyone and everything, whether it's social media, whether it's just my phone in general. Just really, even the TV, just disconnect from literally it all because it's everywhere. Like, it's everywhere you look, and you got to really reflect with yourself and, take that time to check in with you the way you check in with other people, and really sit with yourself and say, okay, how am I feeling right now? Like, am I mad? Am I sad? Why am I mad? Why am I sad? Give yourself those reasons and kind of answer your own questions in your head so that you can really acknowledge how you're feeling, because I feel like even with myself, I inspire and I motivate a lot of people, but it's just like, okay, where's your check-in? So I really got to be hard on myself about my own check-in that I don't necessarily have because I'm so busy checking in on everybody else.
What's one of the toughest obstacles you had to overcome in week 2?
The stretching out these muscles. You know what I mean? As they start to get like stiff, knotted, you know what I mean? And just making sure that before and after I stretch, he's really great with helping me stretch. you know, and teaching me how to do some stretches at home, you know, so that's been really good. And making sure that, you know, after each one of our workouts, you know what I mean? He's like really stretching out those muscle pockets that try to form up, you know what I mean? And then I continue it at home.
My core strength. That is my weakest. And that's just gonna be like, it's gonna take, I know that's gonna take the longest to build. So that's the toughest. That negative voice where it's just like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this. Like, that is one thing that I had struggled with, just my emotions, like trying to block it out that's another tough thing that I have struggled with.
I think probably the toughest thing is having things not go exactly the way I expected, because I did think that, you know, with focusing on nutrition and working out, I thought that I would see the weight go down.
What I eat, because I don't eat like a lot of vegetables, so it's kind of like hard to just stick to some bland meats and fish. Eating's like the hardest part.
What's some improvements that you see from yourself from week 1 to week 2?
I noticed my abs. Oh my God, I can feel my ribs. I also noticed that, you know, I'm more flexible, you know. I learned a lot too. I learned that fat hides behind the muscle, you know what I mean? So I have to make sure that that's nice and stretched out. So, you know, I've been really stretching a lot, you know, because before when I worked out years ago, I never stretched, you know, but I see how important stretching is. And again, like I said, flexibility. Flexibility has been like, whoa.
My momentum, I can, like my repetitions, I can go a little longer. And like my just running around the track, the time span has gotten a little shorter. The distance.
Recently I have been doing some jogging. I want to keep that up, but I think I want to try to do it for more time. Because recently I've been doing about a mile, but I think I could do more. I think that if I like push myself, I could definitely do at least 1.5 miles, if not 2 miles. And then, you know, trying to do things like run faster, because I think up until now I've just kind of been taking my time just because I'm like, well, you know, at least I'm running, so that's doing everything I need to do. But I think I could pick it up.
Building up like a little more resistance, a little more strength in the arms, not getting as tired as quick. Because usually before, in like each exercise, you drink like a little bit of water. Now you can go like a few exercises without drinking water. So I don't really eat fried foods like that. Normally, because I'm from the island, so it's like a lot of curry, a lot of stew. So it's basically just cutting that stuff out.
Here we go. 165.2.
You got it.
Whoa, check you out, girl.
I have not looked up.
That's it.
What does it say?
181.4.
Okay.
210.5. Check you
See,
out.
I told you.
Woo! 200.2. Yes. Okay.
Next time on the Get Back.
How you feeling after week 3?
I'm exhausted.
I have an MD after my name. I am an ophthalmologist. One thing people don't know is that the eyes actually are the window to the soul. When I use my special lenses at work, I can see right back into the retina. I can see like the nerves, the blood vessels, everything's magnified. And just by looking, I can see someone's health status. So if someone has diabetes...
Any last words you got for the people, man?
Watch out, other clients. You're coming. I don't know what y'all up to. I hope y'all up to great things, like I always say, but watch out. We coming.